Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Susan, and we're going to have a nice little half-hour chair yoga class. So, comfortable in your chair. Try to choose a chair if you can, if you're doing this class or a class. A nice sturdy chair. It doesn't have to be fancy, but with a back. All right? And if you have to choose whatever chair is comfortable for you as well. But you want something where you can actually be aware of your posture. So a nice hard chair would be a good idea. Now, comfortable in your chair, ankle and knees are nice and lined up, all right? So with the breathing is in through the nose, out through the nose. Nice long, full, smooth breath. Try to inhale completely. Always suspend your breath, just hold it for a few seconds, exhale fully. Now the breath, once you connect with it, sometimes it takes a few minutes to do that, It's the same breath, the whole class, the whole time we're together. The same breath is long and smooth. We move on the exhale, and I will cue you on that. All right, so listen to your body, take it easy, do what you can. Respect your limitations. If there's something we're going to do that's really not going to feel good for you or cause you pain, think about it before you try it, all right? There's room in everything we do to make little adjustments, and you get to the place that works for you, all right? And even if you barely move, that's okay. Focus on the breath, all right? So, that being said, today is August 27th, in case you're wondering what day it is today. All right, so comfortable in your chair, I want you to sit back. Just sit back and relax. Now, we always start our class with a couple of minutes of pranayama. Prana is breath and pranayama is breath control. Just to kind of relax and connect with your breath and slow things down. And I choose a different mudra every week. This week we're going to do our pranayama in our buddhi mudra. So that would be your little finger, the tip of your little finger, which represents clear and intuitive communication. In the end of your thumb represents your ego. Together, tip to tip, palm up. Now, if you're not interested in doing a mudra, just put your hands on your lap. Don't worry about it, all right? Now sit back in your chair, relax the shoulders, close your eyes. Let's take a nice long smooth breath together. Continue on your own personal pranayama for the next 2 minutes. Just slow it down, just breathe. Relax those shoulders. Now's the time to drop your day and to settle your mind and to set an intention for your practice today. Focus on any situation in your life that needs guidance from your higher self. It's time to lower the heart rate, lower your blood pressure, and lower your anxiety level. Try to find stillness in mind and body. For one more breath. And on your next exhale, I'd like you to bring your hands together now. Now, at this point, I want you to sit nice and tall in your chair. So just being aware of your posture. Relax the shoulders, straighten that spine as best as you can. Now, being aware of the legs again. Ankle and knees are lined up. Feet are nice and relaxed and grounded, all right? Now let's rub our hands vigorously to activate that hand chakra. Hands onto your heart center, close your eyes. Let's take a nice long smooth breath together to tune out. Inhale. One more breath. And on the next exhale, I'd like you to drop 3 fingers, keep the index fingers together. Now again with the breathing, like I said earlier, I'm going to cue you on your breath. So when I say the next exhale or your next exhale is when I'd like you to try and move, because we move on the exhale. All right, so take a big breath. And on the exhale, let's come up. Now if you can, reach up as high as you can to the ceiling. If this is really not going to feel good for your arms, your shoulders, you can reposition your arms. You can even come right here if you like, all right? And breathe. Sitting tall on those sit bones, let's wake up that physical body. Let's wake up that spine. Breathe. Breathing into Jupiter Mudra, which is good luck and expansion, are activated. Focusing your energy on breaking through barriers. One more breath. On the exhale, hands together. Now, if your arms are a little bit lower, you can do this next one with your hands on your hips. We're going to lean to one side and then lean to the other. Seated half moon salute. Take your breath. Exhale, lean to the right. And if your hands are on your hips, just do the same thing, all right? Get a nice stretch on the left side of the body from the fingertips all the way down right into the hip. Keep your back straight if you can. Take another breath. Exhale up, use your core muscles to help you move. Let's go to the other side, to the left. On the exhale. Anything we do with our arms over our head, you can do with your hands on your hips as well. Exhale up. Release the hands, inhale into a gentle back bend or just reach to the ceiling. If your hands are on your hips, just lean back a little bit, look up to the ceiling, bring your chest out, get a little bit of a back bend that way. All right, you're still gonna get it. All right. Preparing for forward fold, take your breath. On the exhale, arms down, slow and gentle with the shoulders. This one here as well, you can, if your hands are on your hips, you can probably do this one with your hands off the hips or keep them on. Big breath. Exhale, slide your hands along the outside of your legs, your calves, and I want you to bow your head and round your back. You don't have to go far, just come down. And this is a forward fold. So this is start lengthening the spine, lengthening a nice stretch for your neck as well, the back of your neck, releasing the shoulders and the muscles all the way up and down your back. Lovely little stretch, forward fold. One more breath. On the exhale, come up very slowly, reverse the blood flow so you don't get dizzy. Come up slow. And hands on the lap, roll the shoulders up. Now, if you're really tight and you're not very flexible, just do what you can. You don't have to have big circles. We're going to do this a few more times the next little while. And you're going to find, hopefully, that as we go along with our class, your shoulders are going to loosen up, getting looser and looser. And this is a nice way to start releasing the tension that we hold in our shoulders and into our neck, and also increasing circulation into the upper body, all right? So we'll roll them out forward and back. Start slow. There's no worries. No, it's not a race, not a contest, right? Sitting tall, hands on the lap. Let's work that neck a little bit now. So take it easy with your neck. If you have issues with your neck or your upper spine, just think about what you're going to do. Move a little bit. If that all you can do is move a little bit, just move a little bit. Don't worry about it. All right, so let's work the neck a little bit. Big breath. Exhale, I want you just to turn your head, look to the left. Very gently, even if you move a little bit. This is a nice, easy, gentle stretch onto the right side of the neck, into the shoulder, releasing the muscles, the nerves, the blood vessels. The muscles in the neck are really small. They're called scalene muscles. So it doesn't take a lot for them to be tight and compressed. So release them. Also releasing, increasing circulation in your brain as well when you release the tension in the neck and you add that beautiful big breath, full breath. Exhale, come to center. Let's go to the right on the next exhale. Exhale. Relax the shoulders. Be aware of your posture. Breathe. And let's get a nice stretch into the left side of the neck, into the shoulder. Pay attention to the breath. Let it guide you. On the exhale, come to center. Big breath. Exhale, look up to the ceiling. Get a nice stretch into your throat, into the front of the neck. Close your eyes. If that helps you relax and really focus on your breath, close your eyes. Just breathe. One more. Exhale, come to center. Neutral position. Let's do one more. I want to bow your head. On the next exhale, bow your head. And we'll get a nice gentle stretch onto the back of the neck, the top of the cervical spine. Nice gentle stretch. Starting to feel relaxed. Hopefully the relaxation is starting to kick in a little bit. Breath is slowing down. Keeping your mind clear. Pay attention to how you feel right now. Where you are, what you're doing, the position of your body, your breath, how it feels. On the exhale, bring your head up. All right, let's do a shoulder shrug from here. Take a big breath. And on the exhale, I want you to bring the shoulders up and I want you to hug your ears as tight as you can. Hug them. And this is a nice, easy way to release tension in the upper back and the shoulders and the neck. You can do this anytime during the day. Give yourself a little hug like this. And let's take two more breaths. Squeeze it as hard as you can. One more. And on the exhale, let it go. Let the shoulders, just let them go. That feels so good. All right. Now let's see if you can roll the shoulders out a little bit more. Roll them out. Follow the rhythm of the breath. The breath is there to guide you. It's also to help you control your movements. Inhaling around, exhale. And do the other direction if you can. Rolling it back. Starting to loosen things up again a little bit. Perfect. All right. So from here, what we're going to do is a nice little movement called eagle arms. This particular one is going to be focusing on the forearm, the wrist, the hands, and the fingers. I'm going to give you two different ways to do this, and then you can decide what's going to work for you. First of all, I'll demonstrate both, and then I'll let you know which one we're going to do. So you're going to reach out, and you can bring your arms down a little bit lower if you want. The hands are back to back. I'm taking the right hand over the left one, and I'm going to lace my fingers together, and I'm going to bring them in, just like this. Now in this position here, like I said, this is all about a nice stretch for the wrists, the hands, the forearms. You don't have to have a tight grip. Have a loose grip with your fingers. We're going to stay here. Now, if you find that this is really terribly uncomfortable for you, what you can do is just put your hands in our Namaste prayer pose. And you can do the same thing, okay? It's not as intense on the wrist and the hands, just having your hands like this. If you want to do it that way, you can. So, I'm going to do the eagle arm flow. So, let's go. Back to back. Right hand over the left. Lace the fingers together. Bring it in nice and gentle. All right, let's go. Breathe. Relax those shoulders. Focus on the breath. One more. From here, we're going to get into a gentle back bend. Take a breath. Exhale, I want you just to look up to the ceiling. Lean back a little bit. Try to relax your fingers, relax your hands. One more breath. Exhale, come all the way. Bow your head, lean forward. You can put your elbows on your lap if you'd like. One more breath. Exhale yourself back up. Stay in this position again. Take a breath. On the exhale, I want you to look over to the right. I want you to bring your arms to the left. Just a little bit. And you can feel a gentle stretch into the shoulder, the right shoulder, the muscles in your back, up and down your back. One more breath. Exhale, center. Let's go to the other side. Big breath. Exhale, bring your arms to the right as you look to the left. You don't have to go far. I don't want you to feel like you have to torque your body. Just bring them, even if you're moving a little bit, doesn't matter. It's not a far move. Or it's not intense, I should say. And you should feel a stretch into the the left shoulder with this one. Exhale back. And now untangle your fingers. And bring the arms out. Roll the wrists out a little bit. Just roll them out gently. Because we're going to do that again. All right? Wiggle the fingers around if you need to. All right? Now, let's try the opposite. Back to back again. Left hand over the right now. Bring it in. And this is called the eagle arm flow. Straight spine, take your breath. Exhale, lean back. Breathe. I really want you to feel the sensation of that full breath. Inhale completely. Suspend your breath just for a few seconds and exhale fully. Every breath is long and smooth. One more. Exhale forward all the way, bow your head. For one more breath. Exhale up. Take a breath. Exhale, arms to the left as you look over to the right. So as you can see, I'm not moving a lot. I'm not whipping myself around. I'm moving very slowly and carefully and gently. That's how I want you to move your body. So you don't have to be aggressive in your stretches. Don't force your body. Make little adjustments so that it feels good for you. On the exhale, come back to center. Let's go to the other side. Take your breath. Exhale, look over the left shoulder. Bring your arms to the right. One more breath. Exhale, center. Untangle those fingers. And hands on the lap. Roll the shoulders out. Roll them out. All right, let's work the forearms, the wrists, and the hands. Let's get a nice stretch. Let's release the tension that we might have a little bit in because of the last move. So I want you to bring your arms out. Bring them down a little lower so we focus on the forearm, not the shoulder. And I want you to keep your fingers open, bend at the wrist, slightly turn out to the baby finger. So what we're doing with our stretches in our chair class, our chair yoga class, is we're lengthening, stretching, uncoiling, decompressing those tight muscles, releasing the tight nerves and the tight blood vessels as well, and working on joint stability. Exhale, bring your hands, palms to ceiling. Right fingertips on the left and gently pull back. Gentle. Releasing the palm of the hand, the flexor muscles along the bottom, the forearm. And on the exhale, go to the other side. Nice gentle stretch. Some stretches you might be able to go a little deeper, some maybe not so much. You have to back up a bit, that's fine. And release. Let's work the fingers now. All we're going to do today is we're just going to pull back on each finger. That's it. So follow the rhythm of the breath. Start with your thumb, gently pull it down, and then go to each finger. Just to get a nice stretch. You don't necessarily have to crack your knuckles unless they crack always anyway. And just get a nice stretch. Really releasing those tight muscles, nerves, and blood vessels, and working on a little bit of joint lubrication and releasing. Very important we pay attention to all the little bits and pieces of our body, fingers and toes included. Let's go to the other side. Nice, feel that lovely stretch. Work, like I said, within the range of comfort for you. All right? Or pain-free range, maybe I should say it that way. And once you finish your last little finger, let's stretch the hands out. Stretch them out. And then I want you to let your hands just go limp. Just let them go limp and then shake them out. Shake those hands out. Release the tension in the hands, the wrists, and the forearms. Perfect. Let's roll the shoulders out a little more. See if the shoulders are feeling a little looser at this point. Okay, let's work our way down to our ankles and our lower legs. Now, always making sure that you're comfortable in your chair. I want you to bring your feet out a little bit. Let's get them off the floor. Just a little bit off the floor. You don't have to have them way up here. Just down here is fine. So we're going to do some ankle circles in, ankle circles out. So this is articulating the ankle. This is going to work the foot, the toes, but also the lower leg muscles. But I want you to focus on the ankles. So when you do your little circles, try to keep your leg as straight as you can. Try not to wiggle your whole leg around. If it moves around a little bit, don't worry about it, but not out of control. So we're going to do 3 in, 3 out, and I want you to follow the rhythm of the breath. So let me show you. You're going to inhale around, exhale to center, pause, then go again. This way, the control is there, and you step away from momentum. All right, so let's go. And if it's uncomfortable, stop and rest. Don't be shy. All right, hands are on the lap, or if you need to hold on to the chair, you can do that. Again, be aware of your posture while you're doing this. Focus on the ankles. Let's go. Really feeling the lower leg muscles engaging as well. And all of these stretches, especially the leg ones here, do them when you're sitting around. If you're waiting, maybe traveling, or just sitting around or waiting for something, or hanging around watching TV, even if you just roll the ankles out, do these little stretches, because they're for anyone, anywhere, anytime. And when you're done, feet on the floor. And I want you just to let your legs, just let them relax, let your knees fall open, and let's take a rest into our mountain. Let your arms hang down. This is our mountain Tattasana. Back is straight, shoulders relaxed, gravity, just let them pull those arms down, and let's rest. Let's stay here for 3 breaths. Now this is our mountain. This is a neutral place. So anytime during the class, if there's something that you find is really not going to work for you or feel good for you, or you just want to take a rest, come here, but keep the breath flowing. That breath is so important, Become one with your breath. And every time you take a breath, I want you to feel your chest rise. And always hold it for a few seconds, and then your chest lower or sink as you exhale. Slow and smooth and steady. All right. Okay. Now, let's bring our hands back on our lap if they're not already there. And let's do one more. I want you to bring your feet up, and I want you just to wiggle your toes around. Just play piano. Really try to really move those toes around as best as you can. Wiggle them around. Play piano with your toes if you can. If you want to add a little movement with your ankles again, absolutely. Let's add the fingers. Play piano with your fingers. And if you want to do some circles, if you want to move a little faster, you can. But keep your breath slow and consistent. Just really move everything around. Perfect. All right, back it up. Now let's work on our spine a little bit. So let's work on our cat and cow. I'm going to move my chair a little bit to the side so you can see me. Now again, I'm sitting nice and tall. All right, so we're going to hold on to the chair. What we're going to do here is we're going to inhale up, look up to the ceiling, bring your chest up, getting a C-scoop spine. And on the exhale, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to arch the back, round the shoulders, chin to chest. All right, so let's do that. We're going to do 3 of those. Ready? Let's go. Inhale up. Exhale into your little cat. Inhaling up into your cow, that's a nice stretch for your pectorals, your chest, and your abdominals, your belly. And the cat is lengthening the spine, a wonderful stretch for your upper back. This is a nice stretch for your lower back. And again, all the way up. Cat and cow. Breath in motion, meditation in motion. And when you finish your last little cat, come up slowly. From here, we're going to get into a twist pose. Let's work on that spine a little bit more. So I want you just to leave your legs the way they are. Right hand, left hand on the right knee. Right hand, I want you to grab the side of the chair. All right, little handle here. So we're just going to take a twist. We're just going to look over to the right. Now, when you're working with your spine, be very gentle. If you have issues with your back or your spine, be very slow. Even if you move a little bit, and that's where you need to be, don't worry about it. I don't want you to feel like you have to torque your back or your neck, right? And with anything we do, you find the place that feels just right. And if it feels okay, then you decide if you want to go a little deeper or if you need to back up, all right? So just try and relax and always move on the exhale. So let's get ready for this one here. Left hand on the right knee, right hand onto the little handle. Take a breath to center. Exhale, look over the right shoulder. Breathe. Back is straight, shoulders are relaxed, gentle spinal twist. And twisting the spine gently is working on flexibility, strengthening the spine, keeping it nice and supple, strong, working on releasing the muscles up and down the back, or your spine, I should say, and your blood vessels and your nerves. Even in the twist pose, that breath is the same. Let's do one more breath. Exhale, center. Right to the other side. Right hand on left knee, left hand on the little handle. Take your breath. And on the exhale. And if you find you want to go a little deeper, you can press on the knee a little bit to the right. And that'll give you a little more movement if you feel you need it. One more breath. Gentle spinal twist. On the exhale, come back to center. Roll the shoulders out a little bit more. All right, we're getting there. All right, let's have time for one more. So now I want you to scooch up in your chair. Now, scooch up in your chair, all right? So I want you to get to the edge of the chair. Most of your thigh is off, and I want you to open up your legs as best as you can. Now, the feet can be in a V. If you find it's better for you to have your feet straight, that's okay, all right? You can make that adjustment. Now, wiggle around, make sure you're comfortable. You're not going to slide off the chair, all right? So your sit bones are nice and anchored. Now, just sitting in this position is a gentle hip opener. Stretching, lengthening, releasing the inner thighs, the pelvic floor, groin area, the buttock, the tight glutes, releasing that, and like I said, a gentle hip opener. All right, so we're going to do one from here. So we're going to do a nice lateral stretch from this position. So left arm is going to hang down. Let me show you this one here. I'm going to give you 2 ways to do it. One way is hand on the hip, on the right hip, just leaning. That's it. Or if you want to go a little bit deeper, you're going to reach up and lean. If your arm is over your head like this, or if your arm is right here, make sure the arm is lined up to the side of the body. You're not leaning forward or twisted back. Always being aware of our alignment. Let's get a nice lateral stretch. So either hand on the hip or hand is going to be out here. Left arm, just let it hang. Let's go. Inhale up and over. Now those of you who are a little stronger, you can go as far as you'd like. Straighten things out as best. You can feel a lovely stretch down the whole right side of your body. This is a nice lateral flexion of your spine. So we move the spine forward and back, side to side, keeping it nice and strong and flexible. And this is working your obliques as well, even into some abdominals. Exhale, come down. Use your core muscles to help you move. Let's go to the other side. Inhale, left one up. Or put your hand on the hip and lean. Relax the shoulders. Breathe. One more. And exhale down. Perfect. All right. Hands on the lap, roll the shoulders out. All right, let's get into our child's pose. We'll take a little rest. Now the child's pose is the rest neutral place and also a full body stretch. 2 ways to do this from here. If you have issues, stay in this position in your chair as well. If you have issues with vertigo, high or low blood pressure, or if you have a stuffy head or anything like that, and having your head below your hips is really not going to feel good for you, you don't have to do that. Just put your arms on your legs and just kind of bow your head and just hang out here. Try and relax your back and your neck, okay? Now the full child's pose would be coming all the way down here and hanging out. So you decide whatever feels good for you. And let's take a little rest. Big breath. Exhale, child's pose, Balasana. Now if you're in full child's pose, let gravity pull you down. This is such a beautiful stretch for your shoulders, your arms, your back. You know, lengthening that spine a bit. Now's the time to thank yourself for being here today. Taking a little time, making the time to just sit in your chair, just to connect with your breath, slow things down, step away from all that noise. Maybe re-energize, decompress for whatever reason brings you here today, because it's all about you. Giving yourself time to relax, maybe giving yourself permission to relax. One more breath. On the exhale, come up very slowly. Push yourself up. Very slow, reverse the blood flow so you don't get dizzy. All the way up. Now let's get those legs together and sit back. Now let's prepare for our Savasana meditation, relaxation, reflection time. However you choose to bring this into your practice today. Sit back. Now you can sit back in your chair. Now I want you to find a place in your chair where you could just melt into your chair. So if you want to kind of, let your legs relax, let your arms hang down if you want. You can bow your head. Any way you want to sit in your chair where you can just be limp. All right? And just rest and breathe. Calm, relaxed. Finding that little place of sanctuary, tranquility in your chair. No cares, no worries, no thoughts, in a safe and encouraging environment. Let your mind, your soul, and your body absorb the vibrations of the bells, bringing your own energies to its appropriate frequency. Slowly bring yourself back into the room, back into your space. Wiggle your fingers and toes if you'd like to bring life back to your body. And when you're ready, I'd like you to bring yourself back up to a nice straight seated position. So being aware of that posture again. Nice and tall and proud on your sit bones. Shoulders are relaxed. Let's bring our hands together. And you can just leave your legs the way they are. If you want to straighten your legs, that's fine, all right? Let's rub our hands vigorously to activate our hand chakra. Hands onto the heart center. Let's close our eyes. And let's take a nice long smooth breath to tune in. Inhale. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sat Nam. Shanti, Shanti, peace, peace, may love and light be with you always. Namaste. And we're all done. Thank you again for joining me. and have a lovely weekend. I hope you feel good. I always feel really nice after a nice chair class. Feels good. And the classes resume for my students at the complex first week in September, back to full pin, full schedule. Check online, you'll find the schedule. Should be up soon, I think. The class on Bearing Down on Essentials, that resuming as well. So everything is back in action, so please come back and we'll get on with our lovely practice together. And so have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. Thank you again for joining me.